So I made a sculpture, and before I made the sculpture I thought, well, why don't I film it for you so that you can see all the steps that I go through when I'm creating these forms. Now at the beginning of the video I'm not talking to you because I really want to focus on laying out the foundation. You'll see that Sarah Wilson is there, the first apprentice, helping me lay it out. So I don't talk through all that. But then when we move into the second day where I'm starting to form the piece, etc., then I put a mic on and tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. Because, you know, when you're sculpting, you really need to focus, and I didn't want to think about talking and working. Funny that, eh? Okay, so hope you enjoy it, and as always, hope you will read the book, My Life as a Potter, and donate to the Legacy Project by buying the book, because every time you buy the book, you're donating to the project, because all the royalties go back. So, thanks. Okay, so when you last saw this sculpture, it wasn't really looking like this. I was gonna film me doing all this part, but then, you know, nobody was here and the artistic muse took over and things happened. So how about I just talk to you about it? I didn't talk in the beginning section of doing this because doing a sculpture is quite different than when you're working on the wheel and other things. And so it's not so much a teaching video as just sort of giving you a little insight into my creative process and how I go about doing these things. So we used almost 4 boxes of clay for that base. Fair bit of poundage, and since then I've been taken away. I used a hammer mallet here because before you saw it, it was more like that shape, and I just whacked the clay in instead of, like, I use my hands too, but I'm getting older, so these are really handy. I can whack the clay into a certain kind of shape and then start carving it. Today I'm going to be focused on, well, obviously, like, I've got lots of sculpting work to do and tidying up, like this is too thick and this and that, but now as I'm working on it, I need to think about the hollowing out, because you don't want anything thicker really than this, and cracks happen with sculptures when you're going from thick to thin. So you want to try and get the walls as evenly as possible. And this is not my forte, I gotta say. So often I have a piece of foam that I will turn a sculpture on to go on up from underneath if I need to, once it's more set up than this. But another approach is, like for this solid shoulder here, this is hollow here, but I would actually cut that off, and then I'm going to hollow it out and join it again. Same with this area, and probably with this area. But as I'm sculpting today and finalizing the form, I'll also be very mindful of the thickness, and it's trying to get the sculpture so that there's as few places that I need to go in and hollow out as possible. So a ribbon tool like this has been very nice for carving out around here, and then I would have just, didn't wash that one, used this and my fettling knife to carve around and take off a lot of the extra clay. So you see here, I'm starting to follow the line. So I've got this beautiful curving line here, and so I'm starting to follow it here and here. The concept behind this piece is reclining woman with child on the beach. And I'm thinking about the rock formations of the sandstone and such. I'm gonna make this part be about the beach. And then this part is of course, the reclining woman, sort of moving into almost like a tidal pool area here on the inside. Don't think there's anything else to tell you. So I think I'm gonna get to work. Again. So my sculpture looks a little bit different now. You know, you get going, and what can I say? One thing led to another. But here she is, pretty much finished. She needs to set up a little bit. There's still a little bit of hollowing out I need to do from going from underneath, but it's too wet for that right now. So it's going to be 2 to 3 months of drying. But probably next week it'll be stiff enough that I can turn her on her side on a thick bed of foam and work underneath and hollow out. But for the most part, I've got it pretty good. You don't want to leave any part thicker than an inch, is what they say. My kiln can fire, it has a drying program, it's a Blau, it's got a drying program, so it can fire really long and slow in the first stage, which is going to help a lot as far as avoiding cracks. So this part here, I cut off the shoulder and hollowed out and then reattached. This part here and here, I also cut and reattached. And everywhere else, I've just tried to make it not more than, say 3/4 of an inch thick. If it is more than 3/4 of an inch thick, I'm gonna go underneath and dig out. And then on the inside, I very much wanted to have that sandstone feel and the flow. So here on the west coast, we have a lot of beautiful sandstone formations, and you can see where the water and the wind has eroded the stones, and it makes into these beautiful sculptural forms. And that's the inspiration. For now, once the camera's off, I'm gonna go around the sculpture and second guess myself and make sure I've got everywhere as, you know, thin as possible. And then she's gonna go under plastic. I'm just gonna loosely tent her. So till the next installment. Okay, so then let's see, we go like so. Isn't it all stressful?
I think you should kind of be
okay.
hands-on. Just
yeah,
keep
while you're flipping. So don't hit the head.
Yeah, we're well clear with the head.
Okay. Maybe a little
Just gonna rest it?
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa! Oh, she's sliding. She's sliding. Yeah.
Oh, right, she's come off the board. I forgot.
Could we put the foam down and flip like
Well, yeah, we can. I'm just worried about, you know.
Like, I just think something's gonna give here and... Oh, and something like that.
Flip.
Yeah. Oh!
Yeah, we're past the window.
Okay, sorry, my arm.
Alright.
Jesus. Okay, let's just get over the end. Okay, good. Okay.
Got her.
So I'm gonna work on her little wound now, and then I'm gonna dry her super slowly. Like, I'm thinking probably up to 4 months under plastic, and that's when we'll put it in the kiln and pray to the kiln gods that she comes back out without too many cracks, without any cracks.